I envision a parliament that will be corruption-free, and I mean totally corruption-free.
Hello and welcome to this New Vision podcast. My name is Nelson Mandela Muhoozi, and today we are speaking with the newly elected Speaker of the 12th Parliament and the West Budama Central County MP, the Right Honourable Jacob Marksons Oboth. So in this conversation, you'll hear about the new Speaker's vision, priorities, and the leadership he intends to bring to the House. Thank you for making time to speak to us today, and congratulations on your victory, which has placed you at the center of one of the most consequential political periods in the country. Did anyone in government brief you about this job, or did you lobby for it?
The first committee assignment, which nobody is talking about, is the committee ad hoc committee that investigated the electricity subsector. And we came up with a very good report that most Ugandans, they seem to have forgotten. So that was my launch pad. Only after 3 months in Parliament, the issue of Yaka, prepaid Yaka meters, it was that committee that came up with that resolution. That Omeme used to just look at a house, that this is three-bedroom the house, possibly, and then they would estimate 300,000 per month. Now that is done. But we had a lot of challenges during the investigation, which not many people know of. I think that committee prepared me for any task. Then after a short time, I was made the chair of legal rules, discipline and privileges, and for 2.5 years. And we had a lot of temptation. I know it as an individual. So many people came with money for us to divert our recommendation. And I want to thank President Museveni for the support that time, and General Saleh gave me the assurances and the security to help us do what we were supposed to do. The remaining second session of the sessional committee, I took over from Fox actually. Fox had the first 2.5 years, so I did the last one up to 2016 or 2015 before we went for the election. So when I won the election, every person should know I am the first Japadola ever to win a second term. The president, in his own wisdom, as chair of SEC, approved me that time. And he gave me Madame Rakojo, Honorable Robin Rakojo, to be my vice. We did what I thought was a good job. We reviewed many laws, including the Succession Act, which had been there from 1923. Nobody had ever thought about. But probably most what people think about is the Constitution Amendment, which came much later. And which is, to me, it had no problem, because what the amendments were forward-looking. The amendments were not targeting anything, but most people only looked at the age limit, and they looked at the age limit, the upper limit. They did not look at the lower limit. Some of these presidential candidates we've been seeing, they would not have had any chance to compete in Uganda, because the old law provided the age of 35 and above.
What will be your immediate priorities in the first 100 days of leading Parliament?
Looking at what is going on now, there's nothing that would make the members of public and make government look like a government, make Parliament look like people-centered Parliament, if we don't kick out corruption. Why? Because President Museveni has raised concerns about Parliament being the only other body constitutionally mandated to provide oversight. And oversight includes fighting corruption. But now how shall we, and he raised the question, how will Parliament be seen to be fighting corruption if we continue to be corrupt, or Parliament is a subject of corruption in the public domain. So the first thing first, get rid of corruption. And then when we get rid of corruption, we get back Parliament on its feet as a vanguard of people, where the representative of the people can hold government accountable, to provide the oversight and represent the people. The kind of money we see flying around, the kind of money we've seen.
How do you intend to safeguard the independence of the Parliament while maintaining cooperation with the executive arm of the government? Coming from a legal and parliamentary affairs background, what reforms do you believe are urgently needed in Uganda's legislative process?
The Parliament, not where is a clearinghouse. Parliament is supposed to be where policies are executed, laws are made with clear purpose, and with the mandate to hold errant civil servants who could be corrupt, to hold them to account. So we need to regain the dignity, and we need to sweep through this diligently. Parliament also should be a place where members of Parliament feel respected. And I would love to see a Parliament where the debate is informative, the debate is evidence-based, the debate is well-researched, not a rumor-mongering Parliament. Because what you say remains in the record of Parliament. I would love to see where Parliament is able to be a place where the views of minority are as important as views of the majority. And with the discipline, of the members, I want to see Parliament where the Speaker is accountable.
Parliament has often been criticized for limited oversight effectiveness. How will you strengthen accountability and oversight?
This is kind of thing that we need to redirect the events in Parliament to make sure that we have a people-centered, in the real sense. People-centered Parliament will be a Parliament that will be corruption-free, will be accountable to Ugandans, will be accountable, each member will be accountable to each other. And then at the end of the day, we want Parliament where challenges that come are owned by all members. Like now we have no space, sitting space is not adequate. But Parliament has been building its chambers, new chambers, for years. Regardless of that, what caused the challenges, we need to redirect the focus to solve the issue of corruption first. We shall retain confidence, the dignity, and reclaim the position in the legislative agenda and arena of not only Uganda, but in the whole Commonwealth.
Once again, thank you so much, Right Honorable Speaker, for speaking with us. My name is Nelson Mandela Muhoozi. You have been listening to the New Vision Daily Podcast.